Episode 5 of The Judge from Hell begins with Da on piggybacking Bitna as he rushes her to the hospital. After collapsing at the end of the previous episode, she doesn't look well. Remorse and Man-do rush to her later, worried that she might die since they already knew the consequence of falling in love with a human is death. They watch as Bitna suddenly sits upright. The doctor tells her that there is nothing physically wrong with her and believes Bitna's collapse was caused by extreme stress. Dayon decides to take her home, and on their way back, he tells her that he wants to know everything about her. They meet Granny Omija there. Bitna and Granny Omija exchange scathing retorts, discussing death and how good it will be when the other passes away. It's a funny encounter as Dayon tries to settle them. Granny O spits at Bitna as she turns to walk away. Myung-suk arrives and starts thanking the Lord for Bitna's survival, praising her faith in God. She tries to take her to church, but Bitna runs away. Myung-suk then attempts to take Do-in, but he also runs off after Bitna. However, these good vibes are soon interrupted when Dayon recalls the previous cases. Although the crime scenes were meticulously cleaned by the cleanup crew from hell, the incriminating pieces of evidence left behind are the drink cans. He knows this is Bitna's doing because of the distinct way she crushes the cans. Bitna asks Man-do to find out more about herself so she can provide Dayon with all the details, as he had requested. She believes this is the only way to get rid of him. After Man-do leaves, Remorse texts Bitna to arrange a meeting. When Bitna steps out, Dayon, who lives next door, notices and decides to follow her. However, he isn't very discreet, and Bitna quickly realizes this and manages to lose him. Remorse proposes that they join the group of demons hunting Satan, who escaped from hell after stealing the Kylum. She believes that if they can capture Satan, and Bitna offers him, along with the Kylum, to Lucifer and Baal, she will be richly rewarded, forgiven, and allowed to return to hell. The next day, as Bitna, Remorse, and Man-do head out for the meeting, Dayon secretly follows them and ends up in a community kitchen filled with demons. As the demons question him, Bitna steps in and claims he's her driver, Poppy. One of the demons tries to challenge her, just like Remorse did in previous episodes. However, when he realizes she is Justicia, he immediately bows and becomes respectful. The demon then briefs Da on the situation, mistakenly thinking he's a demon. He explains that 26 years ago, Lucifer ruled over hell, but one day Satan, who was second in command, rebelled. Unable to defeat Lucifer, Satan fled with the Kylum. With the Kylum, Satan could live eternally as a human. However, during his escape, he dropped the Kylum and disappeared. The demons gather once a month to exchange information. The demon also reveals that everyone in the room is a demon, using their extraordinary demonic abilities to cook delicious dishes. They operate as chefs to stay undercover. Though Bitna asks Dayon to leave, he decides to help them distribute food boxes. While doing so, Dayon sees one of the demons crying with an old man outside. Showing emotion is a serious offense for demons and could even lead to their death. The demon also realizes that Dayon is human, and they agree to keep each other's secrets. Dayon believes the demon has a good soul. The demon even gives Dayon his business card in case he ever needs help in the future. Although Bitna is very reluctant to walk alongside Do, and he forcefully heads home with her. Meanwhile, Man-do shows up at church and immediately starts going crazy as the pastor reads out to banish Satan. With his special glasses and gloves, he does well to eventually compose himself. However, it's clear that he wants to be one with the Lord. The main crime of this episode is a family that is killed except for the father, Yang Sung-bin, who is apparently the culprit. The murder weapon is on the ground, along with a smashed phone. While being interrogated by Dayon, he constantly changes his statements. Yang Sung-bin, the accused who is denying the claims of murder, seems to have two more personalities: Kim Seo-yul, who is a scared child, and Koo Do-won, who is the one claiming to have murdered Sung-bin's family. In the middle of the interrogation, the two personalities get into a fight and Sung-bin starts hitting himself and faints. As he comes to his senses, he forgets what happened. Judge Bitna finds it hard to come across murder cases, so she tells Man-do to make findings about unsolved murder cases. Man-do is seen reading her a list of unsolved murder cases, and the murder case involving Yang Sung-bin catches her attention. She asked Man-do to get his personal information and to be careful because Dayon might be tailing him. Man-do returns with information, and Bitna writes Yang Sung-bin's name on her mirror, causing him to appear. At the prison, events take a tragic turn when the deceased's mother collapses, blaming herself for her daughter's death. She knew her daughter was being abused by Sung-bin but urged her to endure it. As the mother grieves, Dayon is reminded of his own painful memories when he sees the gruesome crime scene photos. The police investigation reveals inconsistencies in Sung-bin's interrogation. A key piece of evidence is Sung-bin's son's phone, only that is a bit smashed. Despite the chaos, Dayon remains determined to uncover the truth. Bitna, excited by her new target, arranges to have herself transferred to the case in the collegiate court with the help of Assemblyman Jong, frustrating Chief Judge Nae, who believes she's acting irrationally. During the court proceedings, Sung-bin appears ready to plead his case, but his lawyer interrupts, stating that Sung-bin has recently suffered from amnesia. At that moment, Sung-bin experiences another episode. He attacks his lawyer, hitting him for silencing and ignoring him, and even calls Bitna a derogatory name. He is then removed from the courtroom, and Bitna requests a psychological evaluation for him. With Gremory's help, she breaks into the facility where Sung Bin is being held, preparing to try him for murder. Just then, Dae-on grabs her leg from under the bed. And that's a wrap on episode 5 of The Judge from Hell. With everything that just went down, what do you think will happen next? Episode 6 is sure to bring even more chaos and shocking reveals. Don't miss it. Let me know your predictions in the comments below. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your fellow fans. See you next time, and get ready for what's coming.